Hi everyone. I just finished up my second full week of student teaching at the middle school that I'm at, and I'm going to talk today about my first full week of teaching and how everything went and how I like it. So I'm still in the observation phase, so I'm just observing a lot and watching the kids and just learning how my teacher handles things and how she carries her classroom, because I don't want to throw the kids off too much when I start teaching. I don't want everything to be totally different as far as especially behavior management and assignments go. Um, so I'm having fun observing. I've really gotten to know most of the kids' names. I know them all pretty well. Um, and I think they're taking a liking to me. I've worked with a couple kids one-on-one, which has been a lot of fun and helpful and useful, because it's nice to get to know some of the kids personally, and I want them to feel comfortable with me since I am coming in halfway through the year. Um, but I think that the transition will be really smooth. My teacher's is awesome, and she's done a lot to help the transition along. She's, she introduced me to the class every day still, and I do a lot of stuff with her, and I helped her out with one of the classes. I led one of the classes along with her. So I think the transition will be a smooth one when I start on February 21st full-time teaching. And next week we plan on doing some mirror teaching and stuff like that to get the kids really acquainted to me being in the room. And I became familiar this past week, my first week there, just with the students' assignments, and they have interactive notebooks, and so I got to see how those worked and what kind of assignments she put in those. So that was really nice. And they did skits on the first 5 presidents. That's where they are with their SOLs, the first 5 presidents. It was a really cool activity. She divided them up into groups, and then she gave each group a president, and each person had to play a part or have some role in it, and they created skits where they had to include essential information, and then she gave them additional fun facts and other good information about them that they could include. So that was a lot of fun. On the downside of that, though, it was really cool to see that happen, see the kids in action, but it's been kind of unfortunate because since I only go 3 days a week, I haven't really seen the kids take notes yet. I have in language arts, but not in history. So that makes me a little anxious because I haven't seen what they're like during a note-taking period for social studies. But I think I'll probably see more of that this coming week as we enter into a new unit. So hopefully that'll happen. And like I said, the activities are really fun that she does, and they're really good for the kids. We watched the first 5 presidents YouTube video, which is a little song, and the kids really liked it, and it stuck. So I think they learned a lot from that and the skits. So that's been fun. And overall, I really like how the day flows, how it goes. The mornings are much, much easier because we have 2 planning periods and then a language arts and creative writing class. And the creative writing class are 7th and 8th graders, and they are golden children. They are really, really well behaved, and they do their work, and they pretty much sit quietly and work on stuff, and it's been really cool to hear their stories read aloud in class. And we keep everything, when my teacher reads them in class, she doesn't tell who the author is, but then the students do a critical feedback too, which has been really cool to watch because they get really involved, and the stories have been pretty awesome. So, and language arts is fun too. She normally reads for the first little bit. She reads out of a story, out of a book, and then they're working on their own creative writing stories right now, which is really cool to watch and help them with. And they'll be working on those for the next couple weeks, actually, because they're doing rough drafts and second drafts, third drafts, fourth drafts, and a self-evaluation. So that's been cool to see. In history, like I said, we just finished up the first 5 presidents and the Articles of Confederation, Constitutional Convention, all of that. Now we're moving into Manifest Destiny and Westward Expansion. And then after that, I'll take over with the Civil War. So that's kind of the rough schedule for the rest of the semester. It has been cool because I've gotten to supervise some during their team time, and like I said, I've gotten to work with some of the students one-on-one, which has been nice. And I've really gotten to know the faculty, which that's good to be able to kind of know people and everything like that. And I've had some time to go make copies and explore around the school and get to know the school pretty well, and take kids down to the library, stuff like that, and the computer lab. So that's been nice. And then the only, which I'll probably talk about this more as the semester goes on, but the my afternoons are pretty tough because, like I said, my mornings are easy. But after lunch, it's we have social studies, English, social studies, and it's very high energy. The kids are always like really high energy in the afternoons, so that's a little bit tough because the mornings are so mellow. The inclusion so far has been pretty decent for the most part. A couple have some behavior issues that can take its toll on the rest of the class. But like I said, I'll probably talk about that more as the semester goes along. But that's been really interesting to see because some of the kids do really, really well, and they're really thriving in that inclusion mainstreamed environment, which is pretty awesome to see. And they get along with other kids, and it's really cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope that as the time goes on over the next week or two, I get to see more of my teacher teaching and see how she really runs the note-taking part of the class and things like that. And hopefully I'll fully immerse myself soon and the kids will take to me and it'll be a good semester.